The mantra Om, word and wisdom. But we are now considering not these Mahapurushas, the great incarnations, but only the Siddha Gurus, teachers who have attained the goal. They, as a rule, have to convey the germs of a spiritual wisdom to the disciple by means of words, mantras to be meditated upon. What are these mantras? The whole of this universe has, according to Indian philosophy, both name and form, nama rupa, as its conditions of manifestations. In the human microcosm, there cannot be a single wave in the mind stuff, chitta vritti, unconditioned by name and form. If it be true that nature is built throughout on the same plane, this kind of conditioning by name and form must also be the plan of the building of the whole of the cosmos. As one lump of clay being known, all things of clay are known. So the knowledge of the microcosm must lead to the knowledge of the macrocosm. Now, form is the outer crust of which the name or the idea is the inner essence or kernel. The body is the form, and the mind or the antakarana is the name. And sound symbols are universally associated with nama, name, in all beings having the power of speech. In the individual man, the thought waves rising in the limited mahat or chitta, mind stuff, must manifest themselves first as words and then as a more concrete form. In the universe, Brahman or Hirangarbhaya or the cosmic Mahat first manifested itself as name and then as form, that is, as this universe. All this expressed sensible universe is the form behind which stands the eternal inexpressible Sphota, the manifester as logos or word. This eternal Sphota, the essential eternal material of all ideas or names, is the power through which the Lord creates the universe. Nay, the Lord first becomes conditioned as the Sphota and then evolves himself out as the yet more concrete, sensible universe. This Sphota has one word as its only possible symbol, and this is the word Om. And as by no possible means of analysis can we separate the word from the idea, this Om and the eternal Sphota are inseparable. And therefore it is out of this holiest of all holy words, the mother of all names and forms, the eternal Om and the whole universe may be supposed to have been created. But it may be said that although thought and word are inseparable, yet as there may be various word symbols for the same thought, it is not necessary that this particular word Om should be the word representative of the thought, out of which the universe has been manifested. To this objection, we reply that this Om is the only possible symbol which covers the whole ground, and there is none other like it. The Sphota word in its fully formed state, that is to say, the Sphota is the material of all words, yet it is not any definite word in its fully formed state. That is to say, if all the peculiarities which distinguish one word from another be removed, then what remains will be Sphota. Therefore, this Sphota is called the Nada Brahma, the sound Brahman. Now, as every word symbol intended to express the inexpressible Sphota will so particularize it that it will no longer be the Sphota, that symbol which particularizes it is least and the same time most approximately expresses its nature, will be the truest symbol thereof. And this is the Om only, because these three letters, Om, A-U-M, pronounced in combination as Om, may well be the generalized symbol of all possible sounds. The letter A is the least differentiated of all sounds. Therefore, Krishna says in the Gita, I am A among the letters. Again, all articulate words are pronounced in the space within the mouth, beginning with the root of the tongue and ending in the lips. The throat sound is A and M in the last lip sound, and the U exactly represents the rolling forward of the impulse, which begins at the root of the tongue till it ends in the lips. If properly pronounced, this Om will represent the whole phenomena of sound production, and no other word can do this. And this, therefore, it is the fittest symbol of the Sphota, which is the real meaning of the Om. And as the symbol can never be separated from the thing signified, and the Om and the Sphota are one. And as the Sphota, being the finer side of the manifested universe, is nearer to God and is needed that first manifestation of divine wisdom, this Om is truly symbolic of God. Again, just as the one only Brahman, the Akshanda Sachinanda, the undivided existence knowledge bliss, can be conceived by imperfect human souls only from particular standpoints and associated with particular qualities. So this universe, his body, has also to be thought of along the line of the thinker's mind. This direction of the worshipper's mind is guided by its prevailing elements or tattvas. The result is that the same God will be seen in various manifestations as the processor of various predominant qualities, and the same universe will appear as full of manifold forms. Even as in the case of the least differentiated and the most universal symbol Om, thought and sound symbol are seen to be inseparably associated with each other. So also this law of their inseparable association applies to the many differentiated views of God and the universe. Some of them therefore must have a particular word symbol to express it. These word symbols, evolved out of the deepest spiritual perception of sages, symbolize and express as nearly as possible the particular view of God and the universe they stand for. And as the Om represents the Akhanda, the undifferentiated Brahman, the others represent the Khanda, or the differentiated views of the same being. And they are all helpful to divine meditation and the acquisition of true knowledge.